working on Robert Lambert, looking to come in wider into the corners, looking for the cutback. Very favourable move around the Marquetta Stadium here. Seems to have just dropped back a little bit, but a great ride from him.
Janowski looking threatening there. Frick coming on strong as well in third place, but Robert Lambert out in front. A return to form for him. Disappointment first time out, but a stunning move in the first corner. Sees him through to his first win of the night. Tight for second. Janowski just about hanging on. Frick was coming strong there, but nonetheless, Janowski just hangs on to second place. And good Speedway here tonight. Can't take your eyes off it right the way through to the checkered flag. The result, Robert Lambert, 3 points, super ride. Matej Janowski back in second place, 2 points for him. Max Frick, the solitary point, and Mikkel Mikkelsen failing to score. But once again, top draw Speedway tonight, Chris.
Yeah, super ride from Robert Lambert.
That was top stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, let's just see what Robert does here coming off the outside. He's actually let the bike lift. It's a little bit squirrely there as he leaves the start, but he just looks across his shoulder and says, OK, guys, you're racing for the dirt out there. I'm just going to chop back to the inside, and generates lots of speed. Got his wheels in line quite a bit earlier than everybody else. Maciej Janowski, another good first lap from him, gets himself into second place. Great move from him, and he chases Robert Lambert down, and he's riding with more determination than I've seen at any point this year so far. But Max Frick very, very close to pipping him on the finish line there.
Yeah, it came on strong late in the race, and it was tight, but Janowski had enough. Bit of a debrief with Jason Crump there in Robert Lambert's camp, and they certainly will be much happier about things now with the change of bike. It certainly proved to be the right decision. Heat number 7 then. And Kim Nielsen out here, and he'll be looking to pick up some points off that inside gate, who failed to score first time. Jason Doyle the same, disappointing start for his night, the Australian who lies third in the championship. Kim Nielsen on the inside in red, then Jason Doyle gate number 2 in blue, gate number 3 in white is Freddie Lindgren, and gate 4 in yellow is Vaclav Milik, who has also changed his bike and will be looking to try and replicate something similar to what Robert Lambert did last time. And Freddie Lindgren out of gate number 3, not easy from there.
Tough from there.
It is indeed. He'll be looking to try and find something, but you know Freddie, he won't throw the towel. He's a crafter, isn't he, Freddie? He just keeps working away.
Yeah, that was proved in the opening round in Croatia. There's all sorts of things thrown at him, but he just kept plugging away, got himself on the podium. But Jason Doyle and Freddie Lindgren really need something out of this race.
Indeed they do. Doyle failing to score. We've just seen Lambert bounce back with a win. Can the Australian do something similar out of gate number 2? Heat 7 then. Tapes up. Oh! Movement from Doyle. Seems there could be a red light.
Yeah,
there
that
is.
one's coming back.
Yep.
We'll get a warning for that.
Yeah, he will indeed. Just a long pause there, and a little bit of a nervy start, particularly from possibly Kim Nielsen initially may have moved, but Jason Doyle certainly did. Fortunately, I don't think he touched the tape, so he'll get a warning and he'll be in the rerun. Actually, Jason Doyle's no stranger to warnings, quite often rides with them.
Just having a look to see if he sees anything from Kim Nielsen. Yeah, Kim, I think, moved a tiny little bit, but not really enough to react to.
Anyway, they're all back. Red light came on sharpish. Pavel Slupski, the referee, the Polish referee tonight, had no hesitation. And we will see the warning come up against his name tonight. Stays with him all through the evening. So if he does that again, he will then be excluded. So he's going to have to behave now. Clearly feeling a little under pressure with
50 seconds.
Failing to score in his first ride. We're actually on board with the race director here, Phil Morris.
45 seconds.
So Jason Doyle straight up to gate number 2, and digging around on the start line, trying to find a good spot to roar away from. Kim Nielsen back up to tapes as well. Second time of asking for heat number 7. And as I say, 1 or 2 riders here very keen to hit the front and get amongst the points after having disappointing opening runs.
Something that's changed since our day, Kelvin, is you see far less ruts at the start line than you did in our day. Everybody seems to want to go out of a rut that's already been made. For me, I was a bit of a fresh ground man. I'd love to find a little bit of fresh dirt to go off, but certainly isn't the case these days, certainly less fashionable.
Yeah, seem to use the rut to sort of launch forward, if at all possible. So here we go then, heat number 7. Second time. Green light's coming on. And the tapes are up, they behave this time. Chance for the first turn, it's tight. Kim Nielsen pushing Doyle wide, ever wider. Doyle's down! Tough first corner there. Big decision for the referee. Lindgren hits the front, but the lights are on once again, the red lights. And 2/3 of the way around that first corner, and Jason Doyle slides off the bike.
It's a little bit late in the first turn.
Really tight first corner there with Kim Nielsen pushing and moving wide. It was really just a tough first turn there. And it'll be interesting to see it once again, won't it, Chris? Because whether there was contact, I'm not quite sure, but nonetheless...
If there's contact, there's an argument, but I'm not sure there was. And if there wasn't, then unfortunately, I've got a feeling that Jason Doyle may go. His woes continue.
Yeah, far from ideal start. Shakes his head. Can't believe quite what's happening this evening after being out-battled in his first ride when Jack Holder beat him into 3rd place. See it once again, just see exactly what goes on.
Yeah, he makes it an even break with Kim Nielsen. Kim doesn't back out of it, gets his front wheel over the line, pushes into the corner, and then moves across. Jason Doyle doesn't look.
He does touch his leg. Does touch his leg.
Not a lot of contact, got to say.
And from this angle, you won't see it.
He's in front. He's got every right to move across the track. There is contact. You can see the dirt deflector there going up and down, so it could be deemed that he's knocked him off.
All 4 back?
I think there's a definite case for all 4 back. You know, the fact that there's contact is the argument there for Jason Doyle to stay in this race. Yeah, there's contact.
Unsells him. So I'd like to see all 4 back here, but the referee may have other ideas. Having watched these replays, he's going to watch it once again. It was awfully tight as they got there between the 2 riders on the inside. Lindgren there in the background. And
yeah, it's the silencer on the front wheel there. It's definitely going to unsettle the bike. Not a lot of contact, has to be said, but it's hard when you've got a bike that close to you. You can't actually balance your own bike too much with your left leg.
No excuse, excusing lights. We're hearing, and it's confirmed, all 4 back. Good news for us. We like 4 riders in a race. Jason Doyle will be pleased to hear that, that's for sure. Makes his way back to the pits. There'll be a short delay, of course, while he prepares himself for the 3rd run of heat number 7. And we'll hope that we don't have too many more delays in heat number 7, because Jason Doyle already on a warning and then off the bike in their 2nd time of asking. But a tight first turn, and I believe that's the right call.
Yeah, I'll go along with that. There was a little bit of contact, did unsettle him. It is in the first turn. And of course, as fans, we all like to see all 4 riders in the race.
Yeah, we do indeed, and we don't just want to get rid of riders just for the sake of it. People want to see 4 riders in the race. Medic is struggling tonight. I don't sense he's on top form, so he needs to now just refocus a little bit. The wild card coming from gate number 4, the local favourite. He will delight the crowd, of course.
Methanol?
Yeah.
So, Vaslav, you have methanol? Yeah, you've got methanol, yeah? You
Okay.
go pump, yeah.
So Anders Thompson just changing his kit. Clearly feeling a bit uncomfortable in that set of Kevlar. So
a bit weighed down by the look of the amount of dirt and water on it.
Well, yeah, he was absolutely smothered in the first, and probably quite wet and uncomfortable. So yeah, a fresh set of Kevlars for him, make him feel brand new for his next ride. So let's get some reaction now. So let's get some reaction now, because Scotty's there and he's grabbed the 4-time former world champion, Greg Hancock.
Yeah, Greg joins me. Greg, we were just talking about that. That was a tough call, but the right call.
Yeah, I think so. All 4 back. We just talked about it too, you know. And it's ironic that we've been talking about this on the pre-show as well. That, you know, guys getting close like this and one just dropping it in the moment. But there was some contact there, and I think the referee made a good decision.
Yeah, and it kind of stems back to, obviously, Jason Doyle was involved in that controversial decision in Warsaw. Tough one. Your take on it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I thought before, too, I felt for Jason on that one because, you know, they're all racing for one tight patch there, and Bartosz is on the inside running like a real inside line there, and he's trying to stop him. So I think Jason was hard done by in that one, but, you know, it's...
Just quickly, because they're going to be going out very soon, if it's a 50-50 call, do you think the ref should be able to put, well, I know he is, but do you think they should be brave and put all 4 back sometimes?
Well, that's their discretion. They can actually choose to do that. So sometimes I feel like it should be that way, but I'm a racer.
Yeah, always a racer, once a racer. pleasure. Thanks, Greg.
You got it.
Yeah, great to hear from Greg, and he's part of our team. And his words of wisdom we listen to closely, and I think we're all in agreement that the right decision has been made. So for the third time in heat number 7, the riders will come to tapes, and we keep our fingers crossed that we will get 4 laps this time. And Jason Doyle, of course, will carry the warning throughout the evening now. They did behave themselves, actually, but it was a very even break as they went into that first corner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Looks like Jason Doyle may have actually changed his bike. We'll get that confirmed on the lineup for you if the graphic shows yellow underneath his name.
Freddie Lindgren just doing his gardening. Had a fantastic final in 2018 when he won past both Ty Wolfenden and Patrick Dudek in that final.
Yeah, brilliant performance. Kim Nielsen on the inside in red. Gate number 2 in blue is Jason Doyle. Freddie Lindgren out of gate number 3 in white. And Václav Milik off the outside in yellow. No change of bike. No change of bike for Jason Doyle. I thought it was, but the bike just looks immaculate. So fair play to the team. But just plenty of gardening going on. Riders really keen to try and pick the right spot to get away.
Yeah, very even break, particularly from the inside. The first attempt to run this race, so Jason Doyle will be looking just to make another inch or two as he heads to the corner so he can get a handlebar and his left elbow over the top of Kim Nielsen. Of course, Kim Nielsen will have other ideas.
Yeah, he will indeed. Kim Nielsen finding Grand Prix racing tough. It's a big step up for him, and has found points hard to come by so far. But an encouraging start last time. So here we go then, third time of asking for heat number 7. And the green light is on now, and tapes up sharpest this time. Tie into the first corner, but he's done exactly what you said there, Jason Doyle. Just got that little bit more racing room. Lindgren round the outside in second place, and he's roaring away out in front now, Jason Doyle. Freddie Lindgren coming on strong as well. He gathers some pace down the back straight, that's for sure. But Doyle out in front, was on his backside just a few moments ago. Got himself to the front, failed to score first time out, responding brilliantly here.
Yeah, great response, determined to get himself across Kim Nielsen, get to the corner first. I've got to say, from gate 3, Freddie Lindgren's having a great race, and he's got plenty of speed. He's all over the back of Jason Doyle, and he's still got enough time now.
Here we go, out in front, that's where we want to see it. Jason Doyle under pressure from Freddie Lindgren. Lindgren round the outside. Can he find the speed? Jason Doyle is vulnerable. Slams the door shut. Into the last lap. Through that first and second corner. Lindgren coming on strong. He's done him. What a move from Freddie Lindgren. Leader of the championship, riding out of his skin in heat number 7. Superb stuff from fast Freddie Lindgren there. Great speedway once again in the Marquetta tonight. Can't take your eyes off of it. Lindgren, it looked like Doyle had that one, but Lindgren had other ideas. And a superb pass, punches at the air with delight. Rightly so. And top-class speedway here. Grand Prix Speedway at its finest. We had a smashing Grand Prix result then. Lindgren wins, 3 points for him. Jason Doyle back in second place, 2 points. Kim Nielsen picks up a point in third, and Milik fails to score again. But for Freddie Lindgren there, they'll be absolutely cock-a-hoop with this, because this is a terrific performance.
Yeah, 3 points from gate 3 is a great feat, and it's Jason Doyle that battles his way to the corner. You can see Kim Nielsen runs across the corner. He realises someone's going to be attacking from the outside, but doesn't get there before Freddie Lindgren has already made his charge, and then he sets off after Jason Doyle. Took him a lap and a half to get on the back of him, but I tell you what, he had so much pace. You could see it from the opening lap, and he was working the outside, looking at the cutback. And then he just took a big, wide, easy, really made it look so easy. How much speed did he generate around there in the dirt line? It's great because the track is working.
Yeah, that track grading they did before the event started certainly worked a treat there for Freddie. Jason Doyle not quite sure where to ride there and rode tight, and that opened the door for Lindgren, and he took full advantage. So joint championship leader, well and truly involved now, moving on to 4 points from 2 outings. So
last ride in next block,
So just having a chat down in the pits. Stunning stuff tonight. We've witnessed some really good speedway already at this early stage. Heat number 8 coming up for you now. We'll complete the second block of races. Everybody will have had 2 outings. We'll see Patrick Dudek here for the second time. On the inside is Anders Thompson in red. Patrick Dudek coming out of gate number 2 in blue. Dan Bewley coming out of gate number 3 in white. And Leon Madsen goes from the outside in yellow. some fast riders here. Leon Madsen and Dan Bewley got 2 points. They finished second in their opening rides, but they had a lot of speed. Patrick Dudek was impressive, very impressive from gate number 4, and showed confidence in front. So a good-looking lineup once again. Yeah, no easy races in the GPs, is there?
Absolutely not. Dan Bewley will have fond memories from last year, his first Grand Prix heat win here in Prague and his first semi-final.
He's loving it back in the Czech Republic, that's for sure, Bewley. Tapes up now when we're away. Dudek's there, but Bewley's got the better of the run. Round the outside as well. Dudek hugging the inside. Here comes Bewley down the outside. Oh, what a move from Leon Madsen. Where did he find that from? Dudek's gone wide. That leaves the door wide open. 3 abreast as they complete the first lap. Stunning Speedway once again. Madsen now out in front.
Unbelievable stuff. Bewley's coming. He's got so much speed around the outside. Squeezes between Madsen and the fence. Brilliant stuff. Dudek must be wondering what's going on. Absolutely beat up in that first lap.
Dan Bewley inspired there, showed great commitment and fired himself to the front. The opening lap, well, just could not take your eyes off of it. Dudek relegated to 3rd place after a smashing start out of gate number 2. But Dan Bewley had pace in his first one. He's showing it out in front now. Madsen settles in 2nd place. Dudek now a distant way in 3rd, and Anders Thompson out the back. But Dan Bewley means business here. He's going to move on to 5 points from his first 2 rides. And what a ride that was. Superb stuff.
Yeah, race of the night, that one.
Brilliant. How tight was that at the end of the first lap? Wow. Really did have to breathe in. Could have seen somebody going upside down there. But the best riders in the world demonstrating their skills tonight in the Marquetta. Brilliant stuff. Bewley out in front, 3 points for him. Leon Madsen in 2nd place, 2 points. Patrick Dudek back in 3rd, 1 point for him. And Anders Thompson failing to score. But, well, this is some race. Here we see the positions after 2 rides each. 5 points for Janowski and Bewley. 4 for Smarslick, Dudek, Lindgren, Max Frick, Leon Madsen as well, and Robert Lambert on 3 points so far. Brilliant Speedway here tonight in the Czech Republic.
Oh, how about a spark of inspiration? Oops! Let's get this thing rolling. Ta-da! Try that on for size. Yeah! Level up in Forge of Empires. Play now for free at FOE.tv or download the app.
Every now and then, something or someone comes along with the power to shape an entire generation. You never know when they'll come, but you'll know when you see them. The Kia EV9, here to reshape the way we move.
Kia, movement that inspires.
When you trade in your old phone, you'll get money towards a new iPhone.
Then we do the money dance.
You can almost feel yourself starting to relax. With summer flights to Europe from $32.99 one way and package holidays from £309 per person. Book today at easyjet.com.
If you're gonna stay in, win at staying in. Get the UK's most reliable broadband technology and win at staying in with BT.
What are you doing?
Not in here.
Crazy,
Whether you're crispin or crisp out, win a free lunch with Walkers.
Hang on, kid. I'm going to Mandalore.
May the Force be with you!
This is the way.
This isn't an ad for a car manufacturer. And it's not an ad for a car show with 3 blokes in it either. This is about you, winning your dream car, a load of cash, or both.
What? Yes!
Enter now at botb.com and you could be next.
So the crowd enjoying it, rightly so, we all are. It's been superb racing so far. We'll get some more reaction for you very shortly. Scott Nicholls rushing around in the pits, grabbing people where he can. So we will be able to hear from Scott Nicholls. I do believe he has been able to catch up with Max Fricke.
Max Fricke joins you. Max opened the night with a race win. Not so good last time, but the track could well come in your favour.
Yeah, exactly. First race was really good, but yeah, dropping a couple of points in the last one wasn't ideal. But I think the speed's there. You know, the track's coming too. We're starting to get a lot more racing, a lot more lines coming about it. So, you know, I think moving forward, it should be a good race track.
Yeah, you were the fastest man in practice, and just looking at your gate draw, you go off yellow and white, and we just saw what the boys had done off those gate. So, made the right choice early doors of those gates then.
Hopefully, we'll have to wait and see. But you know, the start's been okay. We just need to keep it up. You know, now we've got the outside gates, the track's developing nicely, and there's a few more lines. So hopefully that can I can benefit from that.
And when it comes to making the changes throughout the night, you have the gaps in the races, and you're watching what the track is doing. How much is that your call, or how much do you rely on your crew and your camp to get that bike set up right?
I rely a lot on my team and what they have to say, but at the end of the day, it is my call and what I plan on doing with the bike moving forward. But I definitely take a lot of, you know, a lot from what they say, and you know, they're also watching and want the best for me. So there's definitely a few opinions, but generally we're normally on the right track.
Well, that's the main thing. I'll let you get back on track and stay focused. Thanks, Max.
Thank you.
Yeah, Max going along quite nicely now, and he's got 4 points to his name so far. And a bit of a moment there when he clouted the fence at the entrance to the first corner late on in the race. That was his opening ride, just got 3rd place last time, but 4 points is still a solid start to the evening for the Australian. And of course, a winner last year in the Narodovi in Warsaw. Has won 2 Grand Prix in his Grand Prix career so far. So now, heat number 9 is not too far away. Riders have been released by Phil Morris, and they're making their way towards the start line now, where we'll see Robert Lambert there, who had a very impressive win last time with a stunning move in the first corner. He goes from the outside gate last time out, and he'll be there down on the inside, hoping to reproduce something similar if he can. Ty Wolfenden needs to up his game now. Didn't score last time, sits on 3 points, having won the opening race, but his second ride, it wasn't quite so fruitful. So we'll keep an eye on that. Kim Nielsen just having his rear chain adjusted just prior to coming up to tapes for his 3rd race of the evening.
Leon Madsen's looked far more lively so far tonight than he has in the Grand Prix so far. Strange to know what's gone wrong with these Grand Prix rounds, the opening 2 rounds, because for Czestochowa in the Polish League, 3rd in the averages is absolutely flying.
Yeah, there's been some new equipment brought in, and possibly they have taken a bit of time to settle down with that, but nonetheless, yeah, the form discrepancy is quite alarming, but looking better tonight. Robert Lambert on the inside in red. Gate to number 2 in blue is Leon Madsen. Ty Wolfenden out of gate number 3 in white, and Kim Nielsen off the outside in yellow. Change of bike there. When you see the yellow come up, people at home, that indicates that he has changed the machine, and he'll be hoping that that proves to be the right call. Certainly was for Robert Lambert when they changed the bike after the first ride. Brave move that, but nonetheless proved to be fruitful with a brilliant ride from Robert after failing to score first time out. So not much to lose, possibly the right call. Make the change early, don't leave it too late. So here we are then, heat number 9 for you. and we're going along nicely. Racing's been red hot out there. Beautiful day, healthy crowd, great atmosphere. It's what Grand Prix Speedway is all about. Tapes up, Lambert's made a smashing jump there. Roared away there. Leon Madsen as well has got there. Ty Woffenden getting in the thick of the action. Coming through in the second place with Leon Madsen. Leon Madsen, oh, stunning move from Madsen down the inside. Went from third to first in one smooth move there. Robert Lambert taken by surprise, so was Ty Woffenden, but Leon Madsen generating speed and a stunning move early in the race.
Yeah, a very similar move to his previous race. He gets his wheels in line early, generates a lot of speed, doesn't weigh too much, and those Brian Carger engines certainly seem to be working now. He's been lively all night. I've been waiting for him to get himself in front, and now he has. He looks pretty comfortable.
Yeah, Leon Madsen with that special move early in the race is set for a win here this evening for the first time. Robert Lambert solid in second place. Ty Woffenden taken by surprise there with that stunning move from Leon Madsen on the opening lap. Madsen is cleared off out in front, showing great speed here and encouraging signs for the world number 2 after 2 disappointing Grand Prix. Wins in style. Super ride from Leon Madsen, back to his best there. Much more like it from the Danish boy. Robert Lambert in second place. But Leon Madsen with Brian Carger here, going along very nicely indeed. That's good work from Madsen. 3 points for him out in front. Robert Lambert back in second place, 2 points. Ty Woffenden, 1 point in third. And Kim Nielsen, the change of bike there just not working out, fails to score. But once again, wow. What an eye-catching move that was down the back straight from Leon Madsen. As you say, just got so much speed.
Yeah, I mean, Robert Lambert actually drops the clutch first, then he overturns the bike, which has just been watered, loses a little bit of momentum, but at this point, it looks like he's got the speed down the back straight. Ty Woffenden's made a great job of the first turn. Now he thinks, OK, I may need to come up the inside. And all of a sudden, Madsen has just generated so much more speed than the other 2 riders. He just appears from absolutely nowhere, rides right through that gap, which he makes slightly bigger as he gets there, admittedly. Yeah. But Robert Lambert keeping out of the way, wise move to then cut back to the inside. But it's all about Leon Madsen. Plenty of speed this time out.
Yes, very impressive indeed. Does quite often cause problems as they enter that turn 3 where they can clash there, but Robert Lambert just giving him enough room. Big smiles in the camp, moving along very nicely onto 7 points from 3 outings. So happy days down in the Leon Madsen camp right now, and it's just possibly a point away from a semi-final berth. Heat number 10, and we will see some big hitters here, that's for sure, once again. Dan Bewley, who had a terrific ride last time out, and he's on 5 points, going along very nicely. Jason Doyle looking to battle on with just 2 points so far tonight. And he'll be certainly up for the challenge, that's for sure. Mikkel Mikkelsen not having a great night also, just 2 points from his opening ride. Martin Vasilik certainly also on 3, so all of these riders looking for a victory right now. On the inside is Dan Bewley in red. Gate number 2 in blue is Martin Vasilik. Jason Doyle coming out of gate number 3 in white, and off the outside in yellow is Mikkel Mikkelsen. 3 bike changes here for Vasilik, Doyle and Mikkelsen on the outside. Doyle obviously clearly feeling the opportunity is now to change, as the other 2. Dan Bewley sticking with the number 1 charge. We're away. Martin Vasilik's made a stunning start. Absolutely nailed that. Doyle's there with him. Bewley round the inside. It's going to get tight here. Tight down the back straight. Doyle coming through nicely. Oh, the bike just about had enough grip and speed to get himself into second place. Martin Vasilik with that smashing start. Here comes Bewley. Bewley now beginning to wind it on in third place. Doyle's going to have to ride with eyes on the back of his head, because Bewley will generate pace throughout the race, but Doyle's got pace now. That's certainly much more like it. Brilliant Speedway. Oh, brilliant stuff.
Yeah, Bewley with a great cutback. Martin Vasilik having to ride a little narrower than he maybe would like, because the bike really reacting, but here comes Bewley again. Tell you what, such great cutbacks. He's just timing them perfectly and smoothly and generating so much speed. He is the quickest man out there in this race, that's for sure.
Dan Bewley inspired there. Didn't get flustered too much, just stuck to his principles, running wide, turning back, and this is going to be another magic win here for Dan Bewley. Back-to-back race wins, moves on to 8 points. What a ride from the British rider that was. Really was sensational stuff. Martin Vashlik back in second place. Jason Doyle there was in the thick of the action as well, but Dan Bewley had the measure of them all, and certainly enjoyed that. He said prior to the meeting beginning he was loving being here, loves this track, proving to be the case, because once again riding out of his skin there. Dan Bewley, 3 points for him. Martin Vashlik back in second place, 2 points. Jason Doyle, 1 point for him, and Mikkel Mikkelsen not scoring in heat number 10. Wow, that man has got some speed, and his racing brain is fully engaged here.
Yeah, this Marquetta Stadium track has come in for bad press on occasions, but I tell you what, it's giving us some great entertainment tonight, and so is Dan Bewley. Doesn't make a great start. Jason Doyle looks to go between the two of them there. Martin Vashlik's hit the front, and it's very rare that Martin Vashlik is overtaken once he gets in front, but Dan Bewley working the outside, can't quite make it stick. Jason Doyle quite fair on him there, just gave him the racing room, but he just calmly turns the bike back, something he's done on so many occasions tonight there.
Whoa,
he sees
brilliant.
Jason Doyle come across to cover him, makes a quick reaction, really quick reaction, gets the bike turned, gets his wheels in line, does exactly the same thing once again, and Martin Vashlik hits the front and is just generating so much speed. Fantastic. We've seen 2 outstanding races from that guy.
Yeah, he is riding on the top of his game, that's for sure, and Dan Bewley going along very nicely, almost certainly in the semi-finals after 3 outings. So it's a happy camp, a bit like the Leon Madsen camp, all smiles all round. Work to be done for other riders, of course, but right now, I must say, it's looking good for Bewley and Leon Madsen. Heat number 11. We're just getting our breath back after that, to be honest, but nonetheless, heat number 11 is with us. We will see Smarslik once again, who had a stunning ride last time. Patrick Dudek on the inside in red, Bartosz Smarslik alongside him in gate number 2 in blue, gate number 3 in white, Vaclav Milik, and Max Frick will go from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Dudek has started well tonight, and Bartosz Smarslik certainly that move down the back straight early on where he had to breathe in to get the better of Bewley. It was brilliant stuff. So here we go then, heat 11. Here we go, green lights on, tapes up, and we hit the first turner. Brilliant stuff from Smarslik, makes a smashing start. Certainly we've got Frick in the action, but here comes Milik down the inside. Here he comes, here he comes. No, Dudek slams the door shut on the entrance to turn 3 on the opening lap. But a stunning start from the world champion, the championship leader, moving away out in front. Smooth, calm, collected, absolutely textbook stuff from Smarslik this time. And Dudek also going well, but he's going to have to keep it going because Frick's there chasing hard.
Yeah, Max Frick, we know he's got speed. He took pole position after qualifying today, but he's looking for similar. Oh, bike catching him out there, just catches a little bit too much grip early on in the corner, and that's definitely cost him ground, but he has been working on Dudek. He was looking just to run around the edge of the dirt, make the cutback, obviously watching Dan Bewley, but not being able to pull it off. Dudek really holding his own there behind Smarslik.
Yeah, they've moved very wide this time, the dirt out wide, but Smarslik in a class of his own in heat number 11, just dominating the 4 laps, right from when the tapes went up, back-to-back heat victories, world champion back in business now, making his presence felt after a disappointing opening ride. Didn't make any changes really, just trusting the fact that the bike was spot on, and it's proving to be so. So, Smarslik once again proving to be very competitive indeed. 3 points for Smarslik, 2 points for Patrick Dudek, 1 point for Max Frick, and no points from Vaclav Milik tonight. That's disappointing for the wild card for sure. But once again, a masterclass from the world champion here, Chris. Really was textbook stuff from him, wasn't it?
Yeah, the series leader takes his second win of the night and drops the clutch. Very even break as they all leave the start. It looks like Milik's made a good enough one to head to the dirt first, but that gets cut off by Max Frick. But Smarslik really, look, he's opened up a gap already. Typical Smarslik style, just crouched down on the bikes, all the weight on the back of the seat, right foot off the foot peg. And I've got to say, Max Frick really worked very hard in this race, was chasing the dirt all race long, looking for any way to make the ground up on Dudek, but Dudek holding his own, but it's all about Smarslik. 2 race wins on the bounce.
Looking good, and moving on to 7 points after 3 outings with 2 inside gates to come, so looking good for the world champion. And clearly feeling very satisfied. Right now, we've got 1 more race to come before we complete the 3rd block of races, heat number 12. riders up at Tabes. And once again, just inspecting the ruts. Got to be a little careful. If the ruts get a little bit too deep, you can ground out, and that will compromise your run to the first corner. But nonetheless, the riders do seem to want to use them, that's for sure, to try and jump forward. Jack Holder at this stage is sitting on 3 points, so he'll be looking for his first win of the night. Maciej Janowski's had a win. Encouraging signs from Maciej Janowski, who sits on 5. Just dropped 1 point from his first 2 rides so far, so good stuff from him. Looks like he's regained some confidence and regained some form, and encouraging to see that. Freddie Lindgren, stunning ride last time.
Yeah, a lot of speed last time out, passing Jason Doyle.
He did. So here's the lineup then for heat number 12. Jack Holder on the inside in red, Anders Thompson, gate number 2 in blue. Gate number 3 in white is Maciej Janowski, and Freddie Lindgren from the outside in yellow. Once again, another attractive race here, that's for sure. This will complete the third block. Heat number 12 takes her up, and we're away. Maciej Janowski's made a good start, but Thompson gets there round the outside. Lindgren round the outside. He has utilised that grip beautifully. We didn't see that last night, but it's working tonight. It's going to run wide once again, and this is good stuff from Fast Freddie. Justin Smarslick, the championship leader, with him. Certainly win the last 2 rides he had, and Freddie Lindgren looking to do exactly the same. Thompson hanging on in second place with Jack Holder in third, but Freddie Lindgren round that outside was superb early in the race.
Yeah, Jack Holder's looking to make the big run around the outside. Doesn't seem to make it work quite as well as Freddie Lindgren in the first one. Turning the bike a little bit hard early in the corner, just losing his momentum. Needs to maybe let it flow a little bit more, but the dirt line's moved very wide already. He's now turning his attention to the inside, trying to make ground up on Anders Thompson, but it's all about Freddie Lindgren. He really has got that bike working now.
Yeah, Freddie Lindgren is fast in front, that's for sure. Anders Thompson hanging on in second place with Jack Holder chasing him down, but this man with that move early in the race seals the deal. Nice ride from Freddie, moving along sweetly now. Back-to-back race wins for Freddie Lindgren, who moves on to 7 points also. Getting awfully tight now after 3 rides each, that's for sure. Maciej Janowski disappointing that time, failing to score. With work to be done for him, and Thompson looking a lot more competitive that time. Encouraging signs for him. Lindgren out in front 3 points, Thompson back in second place 2, Jack Holder 1 point, and Maciej Janowski, disappointing ride for him. So there's a position for you after 3 rides each. Dan Bewley out in front, 8 points, 7 points for Smarslick, Lindgren, Madsen, 6 for Patrick Dudek. Lambert going nicely now on 5, as is Janowski, and Max Frick on 5. So all taking shape very nicely indeed. And we will be looking forward to heat number 13 very shortly.
They were all yellow. I came along. I wrote a song for you. And it was called Yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones, turning to something beautiful.
Working together for a more sustainable world tour. DHL and Coldplay.
Irresistible energy. Vauxhall Mocha.
Get your home game ready and win at staying in. Because with BT Full Fibre, you get ultra-fast, ultra-reliable speeds of up to 900 megabits per second. It will stay fast too, even at peak times, on the UK's most reliable broadband technology. From only $31.99 a month on a 24-month contract. Switch to BT today and win at staying in.
All this exercise. Whatever happened to my lovely life? Oh, mind your step. Brilliant. No more running. What's this? A doctor living in her phone? It's a medical breakthrough.
Get a GP or physio appointment in just a few taps and access all your healthcare needs in one place.
We'll have you up and running in a few days.
What?
Thanks.
Not on my watch.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Goodbye, tiny doctor.
Vitality Health Insurance. Healthcare at your fingertips.
Be your own boss. Boss Bottled, Parfum, the new intensity.
It's time to save Britain serious money, Super 7. Today's mission, incognito. 7 cities, 7 people to save. 7 out of 7, and all before 7 a.m. Not bad.
Want to buy your next car your way? At Car Store, you can search thousands of cars online or pay us a visit. Chat to an advisor face-to-face or talk to us online or by phone. You can buy online or in person. Then simply drive it away. Or let us deliver it to your door. Welcome to car buying that revolves around you. Welcome to Car Store.
So, yeah, slightly extended grading break after heat number 12. That is always the case. And we will take this opportunity to look at the gate success once again for you. It was pretty even earlier on, and it remains the case, but quite different from last night, with gate number 4 working well tonight. But in truth, there's no real excuses for not winning races from any of the gates. So that's
full credit to the track staff here for evening things up, because, you know, gate 2 was a huge advantage last night, so they've done a great job.
Okay, well, while this break is on, we'll get some more reaction now. Scotty's found Nicky Pedersen.
Yeah, Nicky Pedersen joins me. Nicky, we saw you earlier having a really in-depth conversation with Anders. What information were you handing over to him?
Well, you know, Scott, when you're riding for so many years, it's so much easier to stand from the outside and watch the boys, you know. But, you know, I said to him, you know, he didn't have any speed whatsoever on the other bikes. I said, you have to change the bike and you have to change the gear sprockets and you know, and then sometimes, you know, between me and the mechanics and then Anders, you know, they said, yeah, you need to speak to him, you know. It helps sometimes then the riders come and say something, and they did change and they got the motivation. He got 2 points, you know, and even he can adjust a little bit more on the setup, you know, for the next one. So that cheered him up a little bit, so it's good I can help him.
Yeah, it's good, but you have 3 very different riders. So from your point of view, how do you have to approach them each differently? Because it's not like one stick rules for all.
No, it is actually very, very hard, you know, because they are 3 different characters, you know. But, you know, they take me on board, you know, very well, you know. They know I'm not running for one of them and say the other one to the other things, but what they have made of change, you know. I'm trying, you know, just to take each person, you know, individually and talk to them, you know. I'm here to help them all, you know. And if they want my help, you know, then I'm here to help them.
Well, I'm sure they're grateful for it. Madsen's on form. Thompson just turned around better, so thanks for chatting, Nicky.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good to hear from Nicky Pedersen, obviously settling into his new role as the Danish team manager. Still racing himself, of course, so certainly very much in touch with the sport. Let's have a look at some of the racing action that we've witnessed so far this evening. So there we go. Just a quick reflection on what we've seen so far, and it's been very entertaining indeed. Track grading is just about completed, and riders are preparing themselves for heat number 13, where we're going to see a clash of the big guns here on the inside 2 gates, with Freddie Lindgren and Dan Bewley coming out. Ty Woofenden looking to bounce back from the outside.
Okay, guys, let's go.
Who's going along steadily, needs to up his game now.
I've just sent them off. What's the problem? Sorry, guys.
Phil Morris, as always, in the thick of it down there in the pit area, has released the riders. There was some concern in his voice, but I think all is okay. But this is, once again, big ride here for Woofenden, you know, because with riders like Bewley and Lingman going so well tonight.
Yeah, fastest two on track, I think.
Yeah, they are, and Frick's no slouch either, so there's no doubt that Woofenden's going to have to produce a big ride now if he wants to make the semi-finals. It's that midway point of the night, and after starting with a fine win, has just got 1 point from the last two outings, so looking to up his game once again, more than capable, of course. Bewley, wow, he has been on fire tonight, that's for sure. Absolutely jet-propelled this evening. In a deep rut there, I do hope it doesn't ground out. Here we go then, Freddie Lingman on the inside in red. Gate number 2 in blue is Dan Bewley. Gate 3 in white is Max Frick. And a change of equipment this time for Ty Woofenden from the outside in yellow. Probably a good thing after two indifferent rides last time out, looking for a little bit more speed. Jason Doyle with work to be done, that's for sure. But still time, he can still do it.
6 points left in the meeting for him, so he can move himself to 9.
Yeah, he can with 2 heat victories. That man there, Dan Bewley, almost certainly already in the semi-finals on 8, but looking to build upon it. Riding out of his skin tonight, he has been extraordinary.
Even if you're in front of him tonight, the riders all watch the monitors, they watch the other races, they'll have seen how he's racing. Even if you're in front of him, you're going to be wondering, where is this kid coming from? Because you can just see how well he's riding, how much speed he's got.
Yeah, you've got to have eyes in the back of your head, but there is that alarm bells ringing when you know Bewley's behind you and he's in top form.
Ding, ding, coming through.
Yeah, just don't know quite where he's coming from. Bartosz Smarslik keenly looking on as well. Smarslik will be concerned about Bewley, that's for sure, after the 2 wins last year, back-to-back. So all of a sudden, Smarslik upped his game, didn't he?
He did. Woke him up.
It did. Absolutely right. So heat 13, riders just taking their time to get ready. Woofenden on the outside. Start Marshall's happy now, moves away. Green light comes on, tapes up, and we're underway. Roaring into the first corner. Bewley's got there. Max Frick alongside him. Lingman hugging the inside with Woofenden turning back. Bewley round the outside, smashing stuff. Frick up the inside of Freddie Lingman. Super move from the Australian to pounce into second place with Woofenden out the back. Disappointment for the 3-time former champion, but Dan Bewley, a little bit like Smarslik, when he hits the front, well, as long as he hangs on to it, he did hang on to it. He has got stunning speed. Frick looking good in second place also.
Yeah, Dan Bewley calm and composed in the first turn as well. We just had a track grade, a little bit of water down, but he didn't panic, didn't run out to the dirt. He just made the bike work using the throttle control. Ty Woofenden now just kind of drift at the back, having another disappointing night. But Max Frick did hit the fence actually on the opening lap, caught him out. We saw him do that in qualifying as well today. But yeah, Dan Bewley just doing everything right now.
Well, down the back straight for the last time in heat number 13, and Bewley's going to move on to 11 points tonight. Best rider on show so far this evening, that's for sure. Super ride from Bewley. Max Frick coming through with a solid second place also. We're getting the better of Lingren, who drops a couple of points there, and Ty Woofenden, alarm bells ringing, failing to score for the second time this evening. Not what we were expecting to see. The absolute reverse is the case, of course, for Dan Bewley, who is going along very nicely indeed. So Bewley out in front, 3 points for him. Max Frick, good ride from the Australian, 2 points. Freddie Lingman back in third place, and Ty Woofenden failing to score. Looking good for Bewley and Lingren. They are on 11 points, but certainly Dan Bewley is in dominant form and is controlling this Grand Prix.
He is. He's doing fantastically well. Doesn't panic here. Makes a good start. Alongside him, he's got Max Frick. At this point, just like Freddie Lingman, actually, he's generating a lot of speed around the inside. Just has to turn onto the straight. That allows Max Frick, who's generated good straight line speed, up the inside. A move we see so often here at the Marquetta Stadium. Gets himself into second place, but not a massive speed difference. You can see there's the mistake on the opening lap. Just collects the fence with the footrest. But Dan Bewley, well, he really is settling into Grand Prix Speedway and enjoying himself out there, riding so well.
Indeed he is, and it's a delight to see. Of course, coming in as a last-minute substitute rider last year, but going along very sweetly tonight. But gate 2, of course, in his last ride as well. So everything to race for. Gate number 14. And Patrick Dudek out here once again, who has had had a improvement to his form so far this evening, with 6 points to his name from his first 3 rides. So looking much better for Patrick Dudek, a former world #2 in his debut season, of course, in 2017. Went out of the series and has battled his way back. Had a slow start to last year as well, but then won in Tetro and really did then come on strong. Looking like he could have finished 3rd in the world, but it wasn't quite to be, but still a good campaign in the end by Patrick Dudek. So here we go, then Mikkel Mikkelsen on the inside in the red helmet colour, Jack Holder alongside him in blue, gate #2, gate #3 in white, Patrick Dudek, and gate #4 in yellow is Kim Nielsen. Been a tough night for Nielsen once again, but for Jack Holder and Mikkelsen in particular, huge race for them.
Yeah, big race for Jack Holder. If he wants to stay in touch at the top of the series, currently in 4th place, he's got to get out there and start winning races.
Gate #2 is working well, every chance from there. Green lights on, bike's rim up. He's made a great start, absolutely superb. Gets the middle of Mikkelsen on the inside. Dudek there around the middle of the track, trying to hold his position in 2nd place. It's going to get tight down the back straight. Mikkelsen just about there. Dudek allows it to run wide, deep into turns 3 and 4. Holder out in front, Mikkelsen holding the inside. Here comes Dudek. No, Dudek now slipping back into 3rd place. Kim Nielsen out the back. But you said it, Chris, just before the race. Important one for Holder. Nailed the start.
Yeah, massive race for Jack Holder in the context of the meeting, of course, just on 4 points ahead of this race. We'll put him on 7, it'll be a little bit more comfortable, but he'll still need something out of his final outing. And he's not having it all his own way. Mikkel Mikkelsen's keeping him under pressure, keeping him on his toes, but I do get a feeling if he doesn't make any mistakes, comfortable with the win.
Yeah, Jack Holder out in front. This is going to be very useful indeed for his evening's work, that's for sure. 4 points prior to this one. Going to move on to 7 with a race to come. Every chance of making the top 8 and moving into the semi-finals. Jack Holder back to winning ways here in heat #14. Mikkelsen in 2nd place. Holder will be much happier about things right now. And that start he made was absolutely superb. Sat up, bolt upright on the bike, clearly delighted with it. And a comfortable win there for Jack Holder once he hit the front. Mikkelsen looked better that time, I must say. And Patrick Dudek back in 3rd, but here's the result for you. Jack Holder out in front, 3 points. Mikkelsen 2nd, 2 for him. 1 point for Patrick Dudek in 3rd, and Kim Nielsen having a hard night, failing to score once again. But for Jack Holder moving on to 7 points now. It's awfully tight there on 7 points, but nonetheless, that is a terrific start out of gate 2.
Yeah, terrific start. Bolted away and just went for the edge of the dirt, then came back to cover the run up the inside. He thought there might be a cut back there. It was actually Mikkelsen who just rode around the inside, made it work, settled himself down in 2nd place. I thought here that Dudek was going to generate enough speed around the outside to get the job done on the first lap, but decided to settle himself down in 3rd place and not move too far off the line after that. But Jack Holder, we're pleased with that. A race win is just what he needed.
Absolutely right. It's going to be tough in his last one out of gate #3, but he will be boosted by the fact that he's had a race win now. He's got Milik, he's got Bewley, and he's got Lambert, so no easy task for him, but I'm sure he'll be up for that challenge. Heat 15 then. Riders are up at tapes. Matej Janowski out here looking to bounce back after failing to score. Leon Madsen out, clearly enjoying his evening so far. Madsen on the inside in red then. Gate #2 in blue is Vaslav Milik, not going well. Gate #3 in white is Matej Janowski, and gate #4 in yellow is Martin Batulik. Apart from Milik, who is really out of it, really has had a disappointing evening. This is an opportunity for the other 3 now to really move towards the semi-finals, particularly Madsen, who sits on 7. It's very tight on 7 points, so a win here into double figures, that'll be handy.
Yeah, that'll make him much more comfortable going into his last one. And Leon Madsen riding with a smile on his face is always a dangerous weapon. He seems happy with his lot tonight.
It's his sort of conditions, big track, a little bit slick, and he's got the bike working underneath him, as he explained to Scotty Nichols then. Heat 15, tapes are up, sharpish, away we go. Madsen's made a smashing start there, the first time he's actually out, and down we go. Certainly a bit of a tumble there for Martin Batulik.
Did seem to be a little bit of contact, I think, so.
Looked like they all got there together, in truth. He's up on his feet immediately, good to see. All fall back, I fancy.
Yeah.
And no real big decision to be made for Martin Vasilek, but good to see him up and about. But Leon Madsen, who was saying if I can make a start, life will be a lot easier. Unfortunately, he did make the start, but the red light
2 this time.
Yeah, he's going to have to make a couple of them. So Martin Vasilek, there'll be dirt in the clutch, and they'll have to do some running repairs there. We'll see it once again and see exactly what went on.
Yeah, he's coming off the outside gate there. He's lifted going to the corner. He's just behind here, and just as they get to the corner, to be honest, he's looking to cut back. He's timed it a little bit early. Janowski's done absolutely nothing wrong. I do feel because it was on the run to the corner just as they get there that it will end up being all 4. But some referees would look at it and say, well, actually, you were turning left when you had no right to. But I've got a feeling it will be all 4, and I think that will be the right decision.
Yep. A little bit untidy going to the first corner there. That just killed his momentum when he lifted.
A little bit wonky-donkey there, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And he ended up on his backside, but no decision made yet. No exclusion lights on. We're waiting for the confirmation of what the referee is going to do. But just taking his time, but it's got to be all 4 back.
I think it will be. You know, it was with the Jason Doyle incident, and I don't see why this one will be any different.
Yeah, Martin Vasilek, of course, won here last year. He's a fan favourite, comes from Slovakia, just down the road. And
got some lift then?
Sorry?
All 4 back, okay? I say you got some lift then as you came out?
1 minute now or 2 minutes?
No, 2 minutes. You have time. Just take it easy, yeah?
Phil Morris, actually the race director, we haven't had that confirmation through here in the commentary box, but race director does have the information saying all 4 back, so we'll trust him. So yeah, there it is on the screen for you as well, all 4 back. So Martin Vasilek will make his way back and just prepare himself for the restaging of Heat 15. Leon Madsen going along very nicely indeed. But Dan Bewley certainly is the talk of the town here in Prague tonight, certainly setting a very, very good pace out in front, riding superbly well. Can anybody catch him? Freddie Lingman going away nicely. Smarslik has got a ride to come, of course, and I'm sure he'll be pushing on to try and hit double figures in his 4th outing. We'll see him in Heat 16 off the inside gate. Vasilek was told there by Phil Morris that he had time. So just keeping an eye on things. So he will actually instruct the referee to put the 2 minutes on when he feels it's appropriate. Effectively at this stage, Phil is in charge of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, very much so, and he keeps a tight ship, keeps the Grand Prix operating timely, but he is always fair with giving riders time when he knows they've got work to do on the bike and they may need some treatment themselves, so always fair to the riders.
Yeah, rightly so. So Martin, an experienced man, just taking his time, recomposing.
Guys, and I'll put the 2 minutes on.
So we've got 30 seconds before the 2 minutes will come on, and then riders will make their way back to the start
20 seconds, and we're going on 2 minutes, okay?
So riders now just beginning to get their equipment together and prepare themselves to enter the arena.
Leon Madsen, I think he may be a little bit frustrated, having made his first decent start of the night.
Yeah, 2 minutes long,
Vaclav Milik had actually got there with him as well. He just pulled the bike to the right and went past the corner.
Thank you.
Yeah, Matic is not in good form tonight, so not been his evening, but a big ride here for Matej Janowski as well. After failing to score last time, needs to build on the 5 points from the first 2. Martin Vasilek, he also needs points. He hasn't won a race tonight, so this would be timely for Martin Vasilek, last year's winner, to pick up his first win of the evening. He's had a couple of second places so far tonight. So, second time for the riders back up to tapes for heat number 15. Milik there, the wild card. I was expecting a bit more from Milik tonight, but hasn't been the case. Just hasn't got amongst the points at all. Looks a little nervous and actually timid on track, and hasn't got a point to his name after 3 outings. Leon Madsen just moving forward now. All 4 are up at tape, so we'll run through the lineup for you very shortly once again, just to remind you exactly where everybody is. So Madsen on the inside in red. Vasilek Milik will go out of gate number 2 in blue. Gate number 3 in white is Matej Janowski, and gate number 4 in yellow is Martin Vasilek. Looking for a little bit better fortune this time, Martin Vasilek, and certainly for him, he hasn't won a race this evening. It would be a handy time to do so, just to give himself a little bit more impetus going into his last qualifying ride.
Yeah, absolutely. He'd struggled off the start in the last one, just got himself all crossed up right by the fence. It's difficult because it does seem that the most grip off gate 4 is right up by the fence. You've got the dirt build up there from where the bikes turn into the corner and throw the dirt out, and we can see once again he's lining himself up, he's built himself a ramp, he's looking for that little bit of push down into the rut as he drops the clutch.
And we'll be hoping that that works a treat for him here. Start Marshall is just about happy, yeah, moves away, green lights on, tapes are up, and we're underway. Madsen made it again. Vasilik not quite there, just around the outside. Janowski's up the inside, a good first turn from him. Now Vasilik just caught in traffic there, had to come off the throttle down the back straight, but Leon Madsen made no mistake, second time of asking, absolutely flew away from the inside. Janowski now under pressure from Martin Vasilik in third place with Milik out the back. Could be a good race for second place here.
Yeah, it's going to go down to the wire. I think Martin Vasilik's got the speed on Janowski, and I think now with Vaclav Milik just dropping off the pace a little bit, he should open the track up for him, roaring through. Yeah, perfect move.
Superstar, and a smashing move from Martin Vasilik, needed it. He's not going to probably win the race from there, but a really handy move to get the better of Maciej Janowski, whose meeting is beginning to face. Here comes Janowski! Oh, Martin Vasilik moving off the line, left the door open, and Maciej Janowski repays the compliment down the back straight for the last time. Terrific racing for second and third. Leon Madsen comfortable out in front. But Maciej Janowski back in second place. Good response from Maciej Janowski there. Martin Vasilik probably kicking himself a bit, you know. Did all the hard work and then left the door open. And Maciej Janowski was very grateful for that and took full advantage and came back into second place. Good speedway once again. Leon Madsen comfortable out in front, 3 points for him. Solid second place for Maciej Janowski, 2 points. Martin Vasilik, 1. And Vaclav Milik, well, pointless so far tonight. Just hasn't been his evening. But for Leon Madsen, well, he is looking good here and moves on to 10 points.
Yeah, he's made 2 out of 2 starts in this one when he had to in the rerun. Got himself into the corner first, just crept around the inside, got the bike driving. Martin Vasilik's generating a lot of speed on the outside. There, he makes 2 changes of mind. First of all, he goes to the inside. Then he's got to get out of the gas. He realises that Maciej Janowski's going to close that gap on the inside. Goes to the outside. Really tough race for Martin Vasilik. Moves on to 6 points under pressure. So I would suggest he's going to need at least a second, if not a race win.
In his last outing, where he'll go in heat number 20, yeah, off the inside gate. Brilliant stuff here from Janowski to respond. Didn't throw the towel in at all. Showed great resolve to get himself back into second place. But for Leon Madsen, back-to-back victories and a very good start there. And Nicky Pedersen quite clearly satisfied with Leon's performance tonight. We haven't seen this so far in the first 2 rounds, so back to much better form this evening for the world number 2. So heat 16 is up at tapes, and that will complete the 4th block of rides. Everybody would have had 4 outings. And we'll see Bartosz Marslik, who is sitting on 7 points prior to this one. Has been very impressive in his last 2 outings, that's for sure. Anders Thompson, who had a better ride last time. Line up for you then is Bartosz Marslik on the inside in red. Gate number 2 in blue is Robert Lambert. Gate number 3 in white is Anders Thompson. And Jason Doyle, a frustrated Jason Doyle, goes from the outside in yellow. Massive race for Doyle here. He is languishing well down the score charts. He's only on 3 points. Really must, well, a win.
You'd say a win, really.
A win really is going to be paramount here, but no easy task because Lambert's going well, and so is Bartosz Marslik. Competitive speedway, great speedway here in the Marketa Stadium tonight, that's for sure. Here we go then, heat number 16. Whoa! What a start from Robert Lambert. Great move there up the inside. Oh my goodness, wow, that was a tough move there. Up the inside there, and we charge down the back straight. Jason Doyle absolutely ruthless in that first corner, but Robert Lambert, that was just something very special indeed away from gate number 2. Doyle settling second place, and the championship leader is out the back.
Electric start from Robert Lambert, great reaction. And, well, Thompson's coming under pressure now from Smarzlik round the inside. Got to think he's going to make this pay now as he dives into turn 1. No, he can't do it, Anders Thompson, but he's moved across again. I think Smarzlik's going to get the job done. He's going to go after Jason Doyle, who was very tough on him on the first turn.
Very tough first turn indeed, but Doyle is hanging on in second place. Robert Lambert looking very good indeed. Bartosz Marslik working awfully hard right round the inside of the track, getting ever closer. One last blast down the back straight. This could get very tight indeed. I tell you what, Doyle's absolutely read that beautifully, and a smart last turn, as you rightly say. Brilliant ride from Robert Lambert. What a start. I mean, he absolutely leapt away from the tapes. Gate number 2 working a treat for him. Bartosz Marslik having to work awfully hard just for 1 point. And Jason Doyle scrapping and fighting for his life there. And heat number 16. Robert Lambert, 3 points for him. Jason Doyle, second place, 2 points. A point for Bartosz Marslik. Had to work hard for it. Anders Thompson misses out. But once again, we're seeing some pretty special speedway tonight. Beauty out in front after 4 rides on 11. Neil Madsen on 10. England on 8. Bartosz Marslik, he will actually move on to 8 as well from 4 because he's completed his 4th ride. Janowski on 7, Dudek 7. My goodness gracious me, how tight is that going into the last round of qualifying races? So, 4 races to come now before the semi-finals.
They were all yellow. I came along. I wrote a song for you. And it was cold and yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turning to something beautiful.
Working together for a more sustainable world tour. DHL and Coldplay.
When you trade in your old phone, you'll get money towards a new iPhone.
Then we do the money dance.
Florence. That's Stefania, our host. Yeah, we stayed in a room in her place, and every morning she'd make us coffee. She was always like, you should go here. Whenever she got really excited about something, she would like, oh! That's how we knew our plans were good for the day.
Who said electricity can't be bold? Who said cool can't be cooler?
I can't believe this.
Who said hybrid technology can't trigger emotion? New Nissan Juke Hybrid, a thrilling, electrified experience.
Better with Pepsi Max.
They might be your bestie, but are they McNugget worthy?
I'm so delicious.
So you're saying you could travel back in time? I could save my parents. You changed the past, and you changed the future.
You are?
Yeah, I'm Batman.
The Flash, in cinemas June 14.
All this exercise. Whatever happened to my lovely life? Oh, mind your step. Brilliant. No more running. What's this? A doctor living in her phone? It's a medical breakthrough.
Get a GP or physio appointment in just a few taps and access all your healthcare needs in one place.
We'll have you up and running in a few days.
What?
Thanks.
Not on my watch.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Goodbye,
Hello?
tiny doctor.
Vitality Health Insurance. Healthcare at your fingertips.
So as the sun goes down over the horizon here in the Czech Republic, we will just give an over. What a beautiful city it is. It's a great place to come and visit. It's a stunning place. The architecture, the whole atmosphere in the old town square is really stunning. So make an effort to get here if you can. It really is worth the effort. And certainly there's plenty of effort going out on track here tonight, isn't there?
Yeah. Just looking at the scoreboard, actually, it doesn't look like 7 points will be enough tonight.
No.
The 3 riders that are currently on 8 points, that's Lambert, Marzik, Lindgren, have all got 2 race wins each, so they look reasonably comfortable with the race to go.
They do indeed. Lambert has turned his night around in fine style after failing to score first time out. And we will be able to hear from him very shortly because Scott is rushing around in the pits and Robert is with Scott now.
Hey Robert, slow start tonight, but you've really turned it around, finishing off strong right now.
Yeah, we're trying to still a few more races to go. Obviously, see what we can do in the last one. We kind of found something good. Yeah, made the start, got across Bartek, which was pretty cool when you drop a clutch and that happened. So yeah, no, it's all good things.
You're certainly making some very, very smart first turns, but that first race, how kind of frustrating, how deflating can it be when you run a last in your first race?
Yeah, it was one of them, you know, we kind of decided on the bike what we wanted after practice, and then we done a practice start on both bikes, and the second bike jumped up and felt like that was the go, but you know, it was okay from the start, but on the track wasn't the best, so that was the mistake what we done there.
It was, but then you bounce back, you make the changes, and then obviously the feelings when you come back in off the run you've had. I mean, a win last time out, a very, very impressive first turn, but you've been very, very smart in those first turns, and that's really important here tonight.
Yeah, you know, you got to keep calm and focused and thinking on your toes. So when you don't let your mind go and you have a clear head, then everything works much easier.
Just before we started chatting, obviously you were having an in-depth chat with all your boys. Was that chat purely about just keeping calm, not making any changes, just keeping focus on the game ahead?
Yeah, I was just explaining a few little things what I was feeling on the track with the bike, and seeing if we can come up for anything a bit later on when we need it.
Cool. Well, let's hope you don't need it. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Yeah. Having a good night now, Robert Lambert, admitting to a mistake early on with the wrong bike choice, but they did change it for his second outing, and since then he's only dropped 1 point, so good work from Robert Lambert, and looking forward to seeing Robert Lambert in heat number 19 when it comes up against Dan Bewley, and that could be quite a tussle. Those two boys are really beginning to develop and mature nicely in the Grand Prix Series now. Both of them finished in the top 6 last year, of course, and looking to build on that. Robert Lambert, of course, looking for his first Grand Prix victory. Don't think it'll be too far away. He's certainly got the ability to do so.
He's gone about his business very quietly tonight, almost unnoticed in a way. He's done some great first turns, generated a lot of speed down the inside on the back straight.
Yeah.
But, you know, after running a last in his first one, admittedly, that was off gate 3, which has been difficult for everybody tonight. But, yeah, he's gone almost unnoticed, but he's certainly got the pace.
He has indeed. So heat number 17 not too far away. Phil Morris will release the riders when he's happy. Plenty of work going on, a little bit of water going on. Track grading is still actually going on in the first and second corner as well, so won't be releasing the riders just quite yet. But this is a big moment now for Jason Doyle, because Doyle is sitting on 5 points. Needs a win. Probably a win will only be enough.
Possibly be enough.
Yeah, it's going to get very, very tight, actually, for the final qualifying positions. So Phil Morris is happy with enough grading work going on, and we will see the tractors now move away. But for Jason Doyle, this is a hugely important race. Ty Woffington has had another disappointing night after starting well. I think even with a win here, that won't be enough.
I don't think that will be enough.
That won't be enough 7 tonight. So a disappointing Grand Prix once again for the former champion, and has had so much success here in the Marquetta Stadium previously. But Patrick Dudek's in here as well. He sits on 7, so he's had a race win. A point may be enough, but 2 points. 2 points probably to be absolutely certain. Yeah, absolutely right. So, as I say, sometimes you've got to have 9. Sometimes you've got to have 9. So it's very tight indeed. Difficult to predict right now exactly how it's going to pan out, but I think in your mind you've just got to try and grab as much out of a race as possible. Riders on their way now back into the arena, and it should be quite a thriller here, with Maciej Janowski also pushing for some more points, also on 7 points as well. So this is going to be mightily competitive.
Yeah, it's going to be a scrap out there, this one.
Yeah, it is indeed. I don't quite know what happened to Woofenden tonight. He looked so impressive in his first ride when he came out in heat number 1, but since then hasn't made much of an impact at all. Even when he's been back in the pack, he hasn't had the speed, hasn't been generating speed, so that will be of some concern to him for sure.
Hope he's not blaming Phil Morris for that.
Well, let's hope not. Let's hope not, but nonetheless, ultimately it was Ty's choice for that draw. But here we are then, heat number 17 for you, where we'll see Ty Woofenden go from the inside in red. Gate number 2 in blue is Patrick Dudek. Jason Doyle coming out of gate number 3 in white, and Maciej Janowski off the outside in yellow. I tell you what, there's some water on the track there. Don't know if you're in the right place off the outside.
No, particularly gate 3 as well. There seems to be a lot of water through there.
Looks quite greasy there, doesn't it? Because you can see Doyle there packing it in. He might find that a challenge. Might get a lot of wheel spin, so...
I think he'll probably make a jump. You know, they'll all make a fairly even jump with the ruts that are out there, even Jason Doyle, but it's after that where the track's wet and hard.
Indeed, so we'll watch out for that. Maybe advantage to the riders on the inside here with the freshly prepared track. Can Woofenden grab a little bit of a consolation here? A win probably isn't enough, almost certainly not. But he needs to try and recapture some form here if he can. We've got another Grand Prix, of course, in 7 days' time in Tetero in Germany. So not much time at all to recalibrate. You're going to have to try and kick on if you can. When you last ride, you might have a little bit more of a good feel factor about things before you leave the venue. So here we are then. Start Marshall, just about happy. Yes, he is now, moves away. Green lights on. Tapes up and we're underway. Woofenden's made a good start, so is Doyle. Doyle then slips off the bike, trying to look for a turn back. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, there was no room there for a turn back.
That one isn't so easy for the referee.
No, he was definitely looking for a cutback. I think maybe he'd have been better off just letting the bike run. He hadn't made a bad start at all. And I don't think Ty Woofenden was going to run all the way up to the dirt.
No, he had a plan in his mind there, and he wanted to try and chop to the inside, but there were 2 riders in the way. And I fear for Jason Doyle this time. He may be in danger of being excluded, and his evening could be coming to a conclusion here. We'll watch it again.
He had made a decent start from gate 3. It didn't look like a favourable place.
I don't know.
Sort of no reason for him to go down other than he was hit there, because it is a strange one. So you have to say that he. But oh yeah, his foot was taken away. I mean, it is another classic all 4 back.
You reckon?
Well, he's definitely had a bash there as he's coming into the corner.
That angle I would agree with you. The other angle I don't. I think that Jason's trying to turn back to the inside when there's no room.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's
anyway.
a tough one. There's no clear.
No,
I couldn't say for sure. He has to be back in that one.
No, so a bit of concern over that, certainly for Jason Doyle, because he's desperate for a win if he wants to make these semi-finals. And right now, it's in jeopardy. Referee has been fairly consistent tonight with putting all 4 back, and it quite possibly will be the case once again here. But didn't want to run wide there, Jason Doyle. Was very keen to try and get to the inside, but he found Ty Woofenden in the way.
Well, I think he didn't think that Ty would continue to turn quite as hard as he did. I think he thought that Ty might let it run to the dirt and the hole would open up, but it didn't.
So there we are, Jason Doyle making his way back to the pits. The second time he's been off the bike in the first corner. And race director, Phil Morris.
Can you get another replay, the referee, please?
Certainly, referee wants to see one more time, so there is some jeopardy here. Clearly undecided right now. Paweł Slupski, the referee from Poland. So we'll see it one more time. Good start initially from gate 3.
Yeah, great job from gate 3. But I think the referee will be looking to see. I think he knows there is a bit of contact there, but he wants to know, did Jason Doyle just mistime a cutback for a hole that wasn't there and cause the crash all of himself? Yeah, he was trying to cut back. No, the hole wasn't there to ride through, but the referee has been putting all 4 back in. We're hearing that it will be all 4 back. Fair decision from the referee, Kelvin?
Yeah, I think it's a fair one, but I think he's a touch fortunate as well. I think he could have been excluded for that, but nonetheless, Jason Doyle and the camp will be marginally relieved because he took his time there, the ref. Wasn't quite as clear-cut. They have been a little fortunate, but the decision is made now, so Jason Doyle has got a second chance in his last qualifying ride, which is so vitally important. Rider that sits in 3rd place in the World Championship right now has had an up and down night, literally up and down, because he's been off the bike twice, and they'll be working overtime in the pits now to get that bike back in shape.
10 seconds and we're going on 2 minutes.
To get back to the start line.
Jason Doyle is the rider under pressure. Only a race win will give him a chance here, and that's only a chance. Both Dudek and Janowski can probably afford to run a second here.
Yeah, so tense times here, certainly. And Doyle, who's made 2 finals so far this year, hasn't had any good fortune in those finals, but he got off the bike actually in Croatia and then got knocked off the bike in the Naradovi. So he's a tough customer, though, Jason Doyle. That won't dampen his spirits at all. He'll be just refocusing now, been around a while, former world champion, desperate to win another world championship, and is in good form this year. So second time of asking for heat number 17, and riders are approaching tapes once again. Ty Woofenden had got away nicely and was looking like he could pick up his second win on the night, but 7 points won't be enough for him. Hasn't been his night so far. Jason Doyle under pressure, of course, also with the warning, and just shows you now, can you cope with it all? Riders like him generally can. You don't win a world championship if you can't cope with these pressure situations, but this is what it's all about right now. Heat 17 for you. On the inside is Ty Woofenden in red, Patrick Dudek. Gate number 2 in blue. Gate number 3 in white is Jason Doyle, and Matej Janowski off the outside in yellow.
Just looking at that shot there in the background, the water on the track, that middle part of the track is absolute no man's land right now. You've got to be on the dry bit on the inside, or you've got to be brave and go straight around where it's been ripped up, and there's just that little bit more grip.
Yeah, I think the inside line probably is favourite here for this one. It's cooler now out there, and the track won't dry quite as quickly, and there is some water just laying on the surface. So Dudek doing a bit of extra work over time there. Dudek sitting on 7 points also. Possibly a point would be enough for him. Tell you what, though, 8 points, you know,
no,
sometimes...
I think he needs 2 points.
You know,
he's only got one race win.
Yeah, exactly. So pressure on all the riders, of course, certainly with the riders with realistic ambitions of making the semi-finals tonight. And that man is certainly one, has looked better tonight, Patrick Dudek. Here we go then, second time of asking for heat 17. Green light comes on. Oh, bit of movement from Dudek, and a bit of movement there. Doyle's made it! Wow, second time of asking from the Australian, and he nails the start. Woofenden into second place, and now Janowski coming through into third, with Patrick Dudek relegated to the back, and that's not what he needed. But I tell you what, Jason Doyle, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Woofenden working overtime in second place, maybe vulnerable to a move from Ty Woofenden, but Doyle out in front.
Yeah, Jason Doyle took full advantage of both Ty Woofenden and Patrick Dudek just having a little bit of a nibble at the start, just ruined their own starts, and that was just enough for Jason Doyle to get across the pair of them. The race is all around the inside, but I tell you what, Ty Woofenden keeps having a look on that bit I was talking about. It's been ripped up. Oh, mistake there.
He's off the bike.
Oh, he's gone down.
Oh, he's just got in trouble there. Red lights will come on there. That was a heavy fall for Woofenden. Just got stuck in the deep stuff on the outside. Couldn't hang on to the bike. Frustrations once again for Jason Doyle. He was within touching distance of the vital win he needed. There'll be a rerun.
Ty had been working that outside. There is a lot of grip out there. They've just freshly ripped it up, and it just caught him out. He's, you know, the bike has been progressing with the mechanics. Have been changing the gear and the settings for the engine. He just had too much grip out there.
Yeah, couldn't hang on. Bike just literally pulling out of his arms. Couldn't hang on. So concern for Woofenden. Heavy crash there. Just 2/3 of the way around turn number 4. Dramatic stuff here, and it sounds like to me that Doyle is on his, Ty Woofenden is on his feet. See it again here, just gets sucked in here on the dirt.
Yeah, he's on the back of the seat. The bike is pulling hard anyway. They've been making all those changes all night to find a little bit more traction. Now he finds a lot of dirt and a lot of grip, and it's just a little bit too much for him.
Wow.
You see it lurch twice. He has to get off, otherwise it's going to be a much bigger crash.
He is under the air fence as well.
Yeah, he's carrying a lot of speed.
Yeah, he has. He's gone in hard here. do hope he's okay, but his evening's work is over, and it's not a great night for Ty Woofenden. And this, unfortunately for him,
yeah, just 4 points tonight.
4 points tonight. That's not what he was looking for at all. He does go in very hard indeed. So red exclusion light is on. That's confirmed by the referee, and Ty Woofenden will have to dust himself down, and we'll see him back in 7 days' time in Tetero, and he'll be looking for better that time after the encouraging signs of the early Grand Prix. So let's get Scott now. He's hoping to join Ty Woofenden.
Ty, mate, first and foremost, are you okay?
Yeah, all good.
Can you just tell us what happened? Looks like you just run out of room.
No, I was getting, like, we struggled all night with the setup, and I took draw one. It was a gamble. Had a decent setup in the last one, felt fast. I was chasing the dirt, and then just coming out of that corner, there's like underneath the dirt, it's like concrete, so is what it is.
Sorry, mate, but thanks for joining us. Better luck next time. Thank you.
Yeah, fair play to Ty Woofenden to give us some reaction there.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, a disappointing evening for him nonetheless. And as I say, his championship chase is certainly stalling here now after the third round of the championship.
Yep.
Yeah, Phil Morris just confirming there that there will be a rerun.
Yeah, there always is, isn't there, in Grand Prix? So Jason Doyle will be frustrated about that, within touch and distance of winning this last ride to give him a chance of a semi-final, finishing on 8 points. Got to do it all again, third time.
You know, you already had 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay,
2 minutes, please. 2 minutes is on, guys. 3 riders, 2 minutes.
So 2 minutes clock is on. Just a countdown for you. Jason Doyle once again. He probably just can't quite believe what happened there. It's so frustrating, isn't it, when you've got the checkered flag in your sights and then all of a sudden red lights are on, but he's got to do it again. He made such a good start out of gate number 3. Gate 3's not known to be the best here, but certainly made a terrific effort second time of asking, and now he's got to do it all again. Patrick Dudek certainly looking for a couple of points as well.
Yeah, Janoski and Dudek in the same position.
Yeah, they are indeed. So these 3 riders, this is going to be really tough speedway here. And I would say there's nobody tougher on the start line in this one than Jason Doyle. But
the elbows will definitely be out.
Yeah, Patrick Dudek clearly not sure at all. Spare bike on there. It's going to change bike.
Change. This is third change before the race.
Yeah, so rolling the dice here. And far from ideal, but feels that that one he was on isn't what he needs. So third time out, that wouldn't have been the bike he was on, of course. The opportunity to change bikes with the third visit to the start line in heat number 17, just 3 of them this time, with the exclusion to Ty Woofenden, of course. So here we are, the lineup then for you. Nobody on the inside in red, with the exclusion of Ty Woofenden. Patrick Dudek in blue, gate 2, gate 3 in white is Jason Doyle, and Matej Janowski off the outside in yellow. This is a tense moment for all 3 riders here, Chris, because all of them are desperate for points.
They know what they need.
Yeah,
they've gone out there with instructions. They know exactly what they need. I think Dudek probably getting a slight advantage from not having Ty Woofenden on the inside of him. Gives him a little bit more track space when they get to the corner to straight line it if he